Another fine day, another wonderful day, another beautiful day, another day for us to get together and have conversations that will take us to where we want to be. Another day for us to sit and talk about things that can get us to a place far more better than where we are today. Another day for us to just talk with people, to just talk with friends, to just hang out, to just have these conversations and see how we can move from point A to point B. This is Toridey. It's going to be another fine, very, very fine conversation. Yes, 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 yes. So while we wait for my co-host, because Toridey is information, Toridey is news, Toridey uh, is community building. Uh, while I wait for my host for join, we'll continue this segment. We don't decide for title I'm news. We don't decide for title I'm Toridey. Uh, I'm just happy. I'm just excited. I don't even know why. But I think it's just another fine day. It's just another beautiful day. That is the reason why I know when I hear my voice, hear the tone, hear the way it come out. It come out like by the way, waiting that happen for your own community, all this while way you think say we get for know about them or get for talk about them. Now to with this segment, this na news for any person we get something we want share for any person we something that happen around their immediate community. We the one more talk about them. Let us know, let us know, let us know, let us know, and we go actually pull up images, pull up whatever, and just have these conversations. Okay, 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 okay. I hope my guy is around. Let me check, let me check, let me check. Hey, my boss B song. What did it happen for your site? What did it happen for your community? What did it happen for your site? What did it happen for your community? Uh, by the way, Mo try something different today. I see banners. Think I always supposed to get to read the phone number somewhere. Oh, plus. I don't know why the keyboard worry me. I think I need to change this keyboard. Oh, that's a cool. That's a cool type. Yeah, Aguam will try something different today. Aguam will try something different today. Now my phone number that for day. Aguam will do WhatsApp calls on the show today. So if you always take my phone number and if you always take my phone number and just call me directly for WhatsApp for talk about news or where you see I'm online. This time around, no need forget people their face. This time around, no need forget people their face for the show. It will just be an audio call. If you just tell me about news we don't see them and then give it a little bit of how you feel about the news. Yeah. So now one other thing that I want to do for to read it. Now my phone number that for the take my phone number, register them for your WhatsApp, and then you call me for WhatsApp, and then just talk about this segment today now about news. One just talk about things the way it dey happen for community, things the way it dey happen for community. Before my brother Victor, who I see did he'd already show up. He joined. But yes, like I talk, now my phone number that for the take my phone number, save them, and if you get anything for contribute, if you just call directly and we talk about them. Good morning, my sister Marilyn. Marilyn, now my phone number that for the if you call, I'll be very, very happy. But just call and just tell me uh, about the two you don't see am for community win and news. Say Akuchu, Guangderic, na my phone number that for day. Any person way he would like for call, just call, register my number for WhatsApp. Just register my number for WhatsApp, and then you feel call directly for WhatsApp and talk about I mean your contribution. For this segment, I will bring my brother Victor in now, and then we jump start this program. Mr. Victor, the big Victor.
Hi, hi, hi.
What's up, bro?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I don't always hear you.
Ah, nice, nice. I can also hear you perfectly now.
Okay.
Yes, how is
Uh,
everything on the other side?
Everything is going fine, except of the fact that we have not started building our ark.
Ah, we've started building our ark. Oh, you guys are in America. You guys will have to wait for 12 hours for the next day because, when Jesus comes back, he'll come back in Africa first. So you guys
oh,
wait for the next day.
okay. So you let us know if he actually came or if the situation is really favorable, and then we decide if we want to have him over here.
I have a GoFundMe, so you guys can send something so that we start building our ark.
By the way, I like your setup. I like the colors. I like the lighting, everything, man. You're so professional. Um, a dark man in a white shirt. I think that was a good blend. Because if the dark Kenyan was wearing something darker, I don't know how it would have looked. You're
But
making
I'm
me always
quite
feel sometimes like I don't really invest so much time in my setting. All my setting they get at the same lighting, just boom. I don't get creative, do some dark, do some. But I think I'll start doing that. I think I'll steal that from you. Yeah, the segment right now is news, is Toridey. It's going to be news not only around Kenya, but news around the world. What do you have for us, Mr. Victor?
we have an ark. We
Okay.
can kill with an arc. Now, Eric Omondi, a Kenyan comedian and the president of Comedy Africa, has built an
Mm-hmm.
arc in order to rescue people from the floods that is currently experienced in Kenya. So, this is
Mm-hmm.
our chance to reunite with the people of the past and also perhaps get saved from the oncoming floods. And also, during Eric Omondi's help, we have Airtel. Do you know Airtel lines? So there's these Airtel people selling Airtel, registering people Airtel SIM cards, and
Mm-hmm.
people always confuse them for Red Cross
Mm-hmm.
because they're dressed in red reflectors.
Yeah.
So happened, unfortunately, people were drowning in Kenya in a certain place in Mayumayu. So these people
Mm-hmm.
approached the place and just imagine like the people watching them, looking at them helplessly, but they cannot help yet they are dressed in reflectors. You see, these people cannot rescue you. They are only there to register SIM cards. So
Wow.
it was unfortunate. But now Eric Omondi has decided to build an ark to rescue everyone that is devastated or
Do we even
re-
have like videos of him doing that acting? I think we should have some videos.
yes, yes. There's a video I've sent you among the last
Among the
among
meteorological department video or what?
Mhm. There's a video there. Let me just highlight it.
Okay, I've seen it.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. So can you explain to us why he's building the ark? Oh.
Meja, mawingu ni mingi, maisha ni
Mr. Victor, can you hear me?
I can hear you. My mic was muted.
Okay. Yeah. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you perfect.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so the reason Eric Omondi was building the ark was there's a big challenge that the government has not yet realized is a real thing because the current flood has not been termed or declared a national disaster by the government of Kenya. So
Hmm.
given that no one is going to help these people, no one is going to help anyone. Then Eric Omondi is this person who is always coming out to help people in case of disasters, in case of calamities. He's always there when people fail to pay their school fees and all that. So is this not the first time he's coming out as a savior because the government has failed? He even created an avenue where people can get employment, create employments and all that. Yeah,
Hmm.
called Six Kwasisi, which means us for us. Yeah,
Hmm.
you see that there's a bus there on the water. Like people have died. We've lost hundreds of lives. In fact, in a certain place called Mayumayo, there was a landslide where over 100 people lost their lives in the same village. Just see that. And also, we've been told by the meteorological people that the rains are yet to stop. We're just experiencing the first phase of it.
Wow.
Given it's 2 weeks in, the amount of losses people have gone through is just extreme. So there, Eric Omondi standing on top of his ark is there to rescue people. You know, he started rescuing people using a small raft, and so far, perhaps the raft was not enough to cater for everyone's needs. So he decided to build a bigger ark. Yeah, so that is the case of the country at the moment.
Wow. What is next?
What is next? I think I can take you to a story about what? What do I take you next to? Do we still stay in Africa or we go to? Uh,
No, just it doesn't matter. It's globalization, so we must not start from Africa to go elsewhere. We can go back and forth. Just
oh, you've
your mic, is it muted? I cannot hear you.
seen. You remember Nigeria and xenophobia? I mean,
Yeah,
South Africa
South
xenophobia.
Africa. Yeah.
Yeah, a certain thing was experienced in Nigeria, totally different, but in the same line, which is racism. Now,
Hmm.
apparently, there are Chinese supermarkets in Nigeria that discriminate against the black people from accessing them. So there's a
Your phone, it's muted again. I don't know why it's muted.
muted it, violated the video. Now it's at the bottom of your of our chat. Yeah, so that video just shows you how Africa has been experiencing some sort of discrimination or some sort of
Give your projects a friendly jolt in Slack.
Yeah.
yeah. So the Nigerians are really crying victim or crying foul because they're in their country, but they're not allowed to visit some places, which is something that was seen during the pre-colonial period or during the colonial period when Africa was yet to achieve independence. So we were wondering
Hmm.
if you're going backwards or we're moving towards light. So this is something that has really sparked a lot of debate among Nigerians.
Hmm.
Have you managed to access the video?
Yeah. But then we cannot actually use the audio because
It's okay. It's okay. The
it's-
video is just
yeah.
okay. You see the picture. There are lots. Of, the Chinese store denied entry. Like Nigerians cannot enter into the Chinese store.
So did
Do
you
that
say this
here.
is happening in China or in Nigeria?
It's happening in Nigeria.
Wow.
That is their own country. They cannot be allowed. It's a Chinese
Okay.
supermarket, but then it's the Nigerians people. Hmm?
Wow. Now, did the Chinese have they come out to give any reason why they're doing that?
No, not yet. Nothing big has already been declared, or nothing has been said, or no one has come to the defense of anyone. So
Hmm.
it's just sparked online debate, and things have spiraled. And it was amidst the debate between. Before moving away from Nigeria, I think let's just go to a little bit of showbiz where Davido and Wizkid. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I actually have not followed the news, but I know it seems like there's a small, they call it beef or fruit.
Mhm.
going on between Davido and Wizkid, where I don't know, someone said something about to Wizkid, and then Wizkid decided to use a video of Davido doing whatever, and to kind of like, oh, is this a person you're comparing me? And then now they've been going back and forth. I don't know if it's for promotional purposes or they're actually serious about that.
Yeah, whatever happened, I think it started when Davido. Okay, Wizkid was the beginning of all this. People were
Hmm.
asking him to release the album. So people were begging him. Then apparently Wizkid decided to post a video of someone like in a position of begging, and this person apparently looks like Davido. So
Hmm.
from there was a rivalry or a exchange on X or Twitter for
I'm
that
not
matter.
sure you explained that thing correctly. Someone actually provoked Whiskey. So you know it's like someone probably said, this is why we prefer Davido or something. And then Whiskey decided not to use that video as, is this a person you guys are comparing me with? So to say this funny figure that is. But I think Whiskey knew that person was not Davido. Go ahead.
Yeah. I knew that person was not Davido, but the exact person who did the provocation, I've not yet found out who he was. But then
Hmm.
it has sparkled a lot of debate, a lot of people asking who is better between these people, comparing the albums. So the question is this going to be a detriment to the music industry, or this is a way of growth? Because
Hmm.
the rivalries have always been a way of promoting albums, as we know
Hmm.
showbiz and come to understand it.
Hmm.
So let's hope for Nigeria covering the Chinese aspect with the rivalry between Davido and Wizkid. So far,
Um,
none of them have come out to say anything about each other, but there are artists who have respected each other in the past and have done so much great to the African music industry, especially the Afro beats.
you think they respect each other?
Yeah, no, they are respectable people. It doesn't matter if they respect each other or not, but they're respectable because they've created a name in the music industry and
They've
put
created a name for the music industry, but they're setting a bad example too. So when you guys go online and we are looking to have one Africa, we are looking to have Africa where it's just love, it's just support, it's just hey, this is my brother. But then you go down to now let's assume we are only assuming that he was sure that was not the video, right? But will you even do that? Because at the end of the day, you never know who will watch just that video and feel disgusted about the video. So I just feel like if we think Africa is love, Africa is family, Africa is a community where everybody supports everyone, we shouldn't limit it to okay or choose okay. This is when I should show love. This is when I should no some people take this thing seriously and that's the reason why it's getting out of hand. Some fans might even fight because of this. Will you be happy to hear that your fans are fighting because you decided to make a joke about a situation? For me, I don't really think it's fair.
it's not fair. It can never be fair when it's going to set a bad example. Then it's not going to be fair. Yeah, I agree with you on that matter.
Is your wife texting you?
No, my wife is not texting me. I'm just going through our messages to see the next video that we can analyze.
Hmm.
So I think the next one we can talk about is
The side chick wahala.
yeah, side chick. Yeah, the side chick is a good story. Let me highlight the best video for the side chick story. I think this
Hmm.
one, the one that I've highlighted, shows is going to show us a better quality video. So this person apparently is the governor or a former governor. He served his 10 years or 2 terms in Kenya, in one of the
Hmm.
counties, and he was dating a woman. He's married, obviously, with more than one wife. Now he's having a relationship with that lady dressed in white. If you've seen the video,
Hmm.
now, what really brought a lot of heat online debate was this lady posting or leaking the pictures of her and the man. The lady is young; she's about 30 years. That is the age she told us or told the media. We're not sure about the exact age, but apparently got off the airport and were walking to their vehicle, any or the taxi, and then the lady wanted the media people to interview them, but then the dude or the boyfriend or the husband denied and did not want to give media any attention. because I think he
When you
felt,
say the dude, is it this man you're talking about?
yeah, yeah, the guy.
Can you just say the man? When you say the dude, it feels like it's a young guy or something.
He's young because he's eating what we are eating. So what's the difference?
Go ahead.
Told you he's old. He's very young. So this dude, he openly or vehemently denied. If you follow that video, I think to the almost 3 minutes, he denied the interview. He did not want. So the lady had to talk by herself and to talk to the media. Tell them after that is the exact moment. You see, the lady tells him, "Babe, babe, 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 babe. There's the media here, babe."
Oh, so the lady wanted media attention.
Yeah, the lady wanted, and then you see how they dressed in white. The lady,
Yeah, the love is booming.
the lady is the one whose idea is that. You see, no, 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 I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I have to go. I gotta go. I gotta leave.
So what
Now,
does the man do?
the media, you see there, she's telling the media people to come.
So
Now that is
what does the man do?
now the man just leaves.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
What does the man do? What, like, career wise?
The man is a very rich person. He's served as a governor. He's been a politician ever since my dad was in high school. So that is a long
Ever
time
since your dad was.
in high school.
Whoa.
So he's a tycoon. So he's a rich man. And so apparently this lady is trying to safeguard her future because most of the time we were talking about DNA last time. Most of the time when these politicians or rich people die or anything happens, then the side chicks are always neglected, their babies are always neglected. So I think this lady was trying to write a statement, and I'm very sure in 8 months there'll be news of a delivery because someone who's realized there's something going on. Okay, you see those pictures? They went to a photo shoot, and then this
Yeah.
lady claims she did not leak the pictures, but apparently she's the only one who might have leaked them to the media because you see, she talks about privacy, how she values her privacy, but then she's the one who wants the media to interview her.
No, but
So
the
this
fact
lady
the
is
fact that she talks about privacy doesn't mean she cannot do interviews.
yeah, you know what's messed up is I don't know. That is the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. You're wondering like who invited the media people to the airport, if not her. You see,
No,
because they're not
it can still not.
politics.
No, nowadays, media people. I don't think you can just pin it on her like that. Nowadays, media people know how to get their information. Media people know how to know where who is. Some of these people they even work with agencies,
No, no.
airport.
This is a planned one.
And
You know the reason? Because
uh,
I understand that media very well. I know the media very well, and I know what they always do.
is it like
So
the TMZ of Kenya?
you cannot just go to the airport without like expecting someone to land there. You see, because this is not even an official event. This person was just out there traveling from a different part of the country to a different part. Then all of a sudden,
No, that is
the
that is
media.
why I'm saying. Guess what?
Mhm,
Someone can actually, because look at like what Toridey we're trying to do right now, right?
mhm,
Uh, there will come a time when we'll have correspondents all over the world. There will come a
mhm,
time when even in one city we'll have about 10 to 15, 20, 30 correspondents. So
mhm.
all that will happen is they see something somewhere and they let you know, hey, Victor, we are in this particular place and this is what is actually happening. Do you want to rush here with your camera so you can catch them? Maybe there was someone in the plane from
Stop
wherever they
saying
started the
maybe.
flight.
You're making an assumption of what happened because this is totally different. You see, this is someone that just alighted from the airport. This lady apparently like this lady sets up everything. I don't know why you find it difficult to believe, but
No,
we
you
know.
you cannot say she set up. Now it's possible. Nowadays we know how people want to trend. Nowadays we know how people want to, especially women. They have a way of sneaking the relationship that is supposed to be private, public. They have a way of imposing themselves. They have a way of telling the other woman, "Hey, I am the boss. I run things. I am the one making the. I'm the one in charge."
Mhm,
But we cannot just sit and write off the fact that media they know how to get TMZ. People will pay TMZ to tell them, hey, I will be here at this time. catch me for a random interview and all of that. But sometimes also I say this because people have tipped me. You understand?
Mhm.
I've received calls from people telling me, "Hey, I'm on a flight right now. We're coming to Dallas, and if I'm not wrong, I feel like Kanye West is sitting in front of the plane, first class. You understand? I feel
Yeah.
like Kofi Olomide. I feel like Petit Pay is in the flight. Do you want me to take a video of him and send to you? And those kind of things. People, once you present yourself as a media outlet that likes gossip, that likes such kind of news, people will bring them to you. That's just the simple truth. Nowadays, in Cameroon, we have better things. Uh, in America, we have TMZ. Guess what? They buy these footages. All you need to do is take videos of these people and send to them, and they'll send you some good money, and then they use it for whatever reasons they want. uh but I don't know, for me, I feel like I think I like the couple. I like the fact that the old man looks strong, and the young girl looks confident. They know what they want, and she's beautiful. um and I think it brings us to the conversation of did you say the man was married already?
Yeah, the man is a family man.
So so he's a family member. He has a side chick or some alleged side chick, because you cannot conclude they are doing something funny.
We've not
Um,
announced this lady. This is the side chick because she's not been brought to the public attention. She's brought herself to the
how did you
public.
know? Did the woman say I am the side chick?
The woman said is the girlfriend. You know, you cannot call yourself a side
So
chick.
a girl, that's what I'm saying. Girlfriend can be regular girlfriend. We cannot just stay and say side chick, bro. You are inviting a lawsuit. You cannot. We can say alleged side chick. That is fair, but we cannot just sit here and conclude. That will not be fair. So, my point is, uh, there is this thing in Africa happening right now where we see presidents having two wives. The president of Senegal is polygamous. The president of Gabon, I think just this week, got married to the second wife. Which other president? I think we have about two or three other presidents, and I don't know if we are going back to those polygamous days. To see a man like this flaunting their alleged side chick in public, dressed white in white, and the wife is even ready to take interviews and all of that. Maybe we are going back to those wonderful, beautiful days where African man was allowed to manage more than one woman. What is your next topic, boss?
I think on that, when you're sticking there, there's a story about the Nigerian wedding. These radio people, these celebrities from Nigeria, they decided now this is about like privacy because they decided the wedding will only be attended by 10 people. It was a very small church wedding, no media presence, just 10 people, 10 of the closest people they know. Now, the lady says she wanted it as simple as possible. And I think this is the way to go. This is the
Mhm.
currently go. All things considered, I think weddings should have less than 10 people. In fact, more than 10 is just a gathering. So, do you have the pictures?
Huh?
Do you have the pictures of that? Let me
This
highlight
was a
it for you.
wedding, right? Can you see? You should be looking at your screen, my brother.
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking at this. Oh, I have two screens. Yeah, that
Yeah,
is the wedding. You see.
a yet to be identified Nigerian couple turned heads on social media with their church wedding, which was attended by only their closest family and friends, with just 10 guests in total. The wedding took place at a church in. Okay, now this is what I'm going to say. First, we have to understand or know their financial situation. Are they as rich as other Nigerians? Is it because they did not have the funds to invite as many people as possible? Um, is it because they actually probably don't have friends? Because I know people who don't have friends, and I am one of them. I have people who know me, but I don't really have friends. I think if I was getting married today, I'll probably fly you in. Uh, Let me think. I cannot even think of four or five other people that I'll need. I want them to attend my wedding. The rest of the people, you know me online. wait for the wedding on Facebook, wait for it on Toridey, and just follow us online. And I'm probably gonna party and enjoy with my closest friends. But I think I like the idea. I think I like the idea. I don't know who came up with this whole idea of lavish wedding where people spend. I've actually witnessed a wedding where they spent more than 70,000, and 2 days later, we heard that the wedding was already broken. Like the couples were, especially the woman, uh
Mhm.
they actually begged her to just be part of that wedding because people were already invited, flights were already paid, people were already in town, and more. So for me, I feel like this is the way to go. The 70,000, the 50,000 or 70,000 they were supposed to spend on their wedding, maybe they should put down on a down payment somewhere, invest in land somewhere, invest in a business, invest in their children's, I don't know, future. So for
Yeah,
me,
because people
I
spend a
think,
lot of money on weddings, especially like the African people.
yeah.
So it's high time we save on cost for wedding and even for funeral services. These
Hmm.
events that we can document and stay with them in our memories forever, and also live stream for other people to watch from elsewhere. Because just having a big congregation somewhere, you have to hire a big space, you have to hire vehicles. It's not even
Hmm.
good for the environment. You have to, like, there's a lot that goes on, the logistics. People stop their activities to attend just a wedding where they can even stream them at their workplace. So I think it's high time people go that Nigerian way. It's not a Nigerian way, but go that person's way. So
Yeah.
I'm open to the
I,
idea
I
when there
don't
is
when you say go to Nigeria, where I was like, are you actually talking about Nigerians? Because they got us into this mess. They got us into all this money spraying thing or lavish wedding, wedding. And talking about wedding, one other conversation I feel like we need to have, especially on Toride, where we can actually have people call and give. I think we can do that at the end of this video, where we just call people and ask their opinion on, is it necessary for Africans to be doing white wedding?
Mhm.
Because that is one other topic that is very, very controversial. We have what we call African wedding, which is a traditional wedding. Then after that, we go ahead to do the white wedding. And what's funny is we actually call it white wedding, meaning it's some other people's culture, culture of wedding. What is your take on that, by the way?
Uh, we take on white wedding.
Yeah.
First,
So
the
your
first
take on
reason
Africans doing the traditional African wedding and then doing white wedding.
they always do two of them, right? Yeah. So the
Not everyone
tradition,
does that.
most of the time they begin with the traditional one. Me, I think I just prefer the traditional one. I don't like the white wedding because like it's always a show off. But the traditional one is like a genuine intention. Like the wife, the bride shows, the bride and the groom show pure intentions. They want to exchange vows. They want people to like intervene, people to celebrate and eat. And it's not always as expensive as the normal the white wedding. So
Mm-hmm.
it cuts on cost. It bonds people together easily, like it
Mm-hmm.
brings the closest people to you, because in traditional weddings I don't always see a lot of people being invited like these
Mm-hmm.
white weddings that we have in churches. And then at least it brings the circle closer to you, and then also it gives an opportunity for people to visit different places, because now the husband visits the groom visits the bride's place, the bride also goes to the groom's place. So at least
Mm-hmm.
this is something that most people don't normally do these days because of globalization and all that, but it bonds people together, and people get to understand where they come from easily. And then it doesn't involve a third party that is away. That is the preacher. You know, these preachers are always sometimes he's blessing you and he's been sleeping with your wife. You've seen those.
But even at the level of the African wedding, the traditional wedding, you might even have one uncle so in
It's
your
very
room
rare, but
sleeping.
we have very serious things with the traditional things.
Is there any other topic we're talking about?
Yeah, there's a topic we are talking about. I've highlighted that on
Mhm.
the chat. The siblings dating in Kenya. See, brother and sisters.
Yeah, there's a
Only
topic we are talking about. I've highlighted that. Okay. Uh,
siblings dating. I've highlighted that in our chats. Boy
mhm,
and girl, brother and sister, lovers,
mhm.
and not in denial.
What is happening with them?
So that is the lady there, pretty dark, with an offspring. I don't know where she's being led to by the. It looks like a bull. Then that
What
is
is
the
happening? Can you
presentation.
explain what is happening?
So that lady there and the dude on the right of your screen. This is the dude, the one dressed in a orange jacket, is
Mm-hmm.
dating his sister. So these people, they fell in love. Then later realized that one of them is a product of a deadbeat, and the deadbeat is the father of the other one. So they had fallen in love, and then there's nothing they can do because apparently they are deep into it. So they just have to live that way.
Are you the one who is saying there's nothing they can do, or they themselves are saying there's
Not
nothing they
saying
can
that.
do?
Not saying that they can't do because they're fallen deeply into it. And no
So you are
repercussions.
the one concluding there's nothing they can do?
No, they said that they've been walking around doing that, and some people have even gone ahead to say that these people are not related. They are only doing this thing for clout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Wow.
no one knows the exact truth, but they're telling us they're dating. They've been everywhere, different media, the online media, showing their relationship. They have a TikTok account where they show the glamorous lifestyle they do, like maybe the life they live, they show house tours and all that stuff. So it's some people are saying this is just showbiz, but a big majority of Kenyans believe that these people are actually dating, brother and sisters. They're being asked what
Yeah.
their parents think
So,
about
so
it,
the
and they
thing is
say
not just if
that
they are dating or not. The problem is if they are actually related. If they're actually blood related. Um.
they apparently
However,
share the same father, so there's blood relation. If whatever they say is true,
wow. However, what is your take on things like this? I think there's a name for it. I've forgotten where a brother who sleeps with a brother with a
incest.
sister. Incest. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. What is your take? What is your take on that?
I think incest. What I know is that going back to culture, where I come
Mm-hmm.
from, there are some cultures who support incest, especially among cousins.
Mm-hmm.
They support marriages among cousins so that they at least safeguard the wealth. But then
Mm-hmm.
looking back to my African culture, that is the Luo in Kenya,
Yeah.
we don't support any marriage, even within the village. We don't support that. So, looking to the scientific aspect of it, I know there are always cases of disabilities or a lot of malfunctioning when the brothers
No,
and
that is not
sisters
true.
get married.
You cannot bring science into that.
It always happens because these people, maybe there's a genetic condition that is in the family. There's no way it's going to be wiped. Now the baby will be born with a very strong condition because now the XYXYXX have mixed and it has not been neutralized by a foreign body. So it gives the child even a worse condition. But
Mm-hmm.
so where I come from, we don't support it because I don't know why we don't support it. Our people are just intelligent, you see.
If I remember very well, I think in India it's okay for you to marry your sibling, right?
Yeah, your
No,
cousins.
we
Yeah.
don't see a huge amount of their population being genetically handicapped, or I don't know
When
how to
was the
put
last
it.
time you were in India?
Hmm?
When was your last visit to India?
No, it's not about my last visit to India. You were talking about Nigeria today. When was your last visit to Nigeria?
Now we are talking about India right now. So
So so
the fact that
so that is the
India.
thing. Like nowadays, you will see things online and you will know, okay, this group of people are facing this situation because of this. But I don't
Mhm.
think we've ever had any survey that says in India we have so many handicapped people or so many
There are
disabled
so
people
many. I
because
don't know. Like you've just not encountered. You've not encountered them, but there are so many. If I can tell you, there are so many, so
in
many.
India.
Yeah, in India, there's
Nah, that's
a lot of
misinformation.
it.
I'm not sure. Um, I'm not sure. However, for me,
Mhm.
I think by our culture, incest is not a good thing. It's not a good thing. But I actually personally I don't like the way the package is sold to us. They make it look like, oh, there is some curse attached to it. There is some this. There's some spiritual. whatever attached to it, and then you start to wonder if these spiritual fathers or these gods, the only
Mhm.
time they are active is when we are doing something they don't like, when we want to invest in businesses, when we want to uh go to school, when we need protection and all of that. They don't show up. They only show up when it's probably something they don't like. Yeah, is there any other thing we're talking about?
Yeah, we are talking about which phone are you using at the moment? You're
uh
using
Android.
Android. You're using
Yeah.
Android. You're lucky because I'm also using Android. So apparently, what happened with the Apple? Apple is being accused of using blood minerals. You remember the story of blood diamonds? Now, Apple is
Mm-hmm.
being accused of using blood minerals in the production of their units. So this has just happened timely, considering the fact that a few days ago, also the same Apple, their stocks have been really falling. Their unit sales have been dropping in terms of the profitability. They have
Mm-hmm.
really gone down. Their shares have really fallen. And now Tom Cook is advising people that this is just a temporary thing. But then, why would Chinese who have Huawei own an iPhone? Why would Kenyans who've been using Androids switch to Apple? Why?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you switch to an iPhone? Personally, you.
At the end of the day, I think they're probably doing their research on why their stocks or whatever is, or their sales is actually dropping. I don't know if it's the stocks price that is dropping or their sales that is
Their
dropping.
sales. So now their sales when they drop, so
So
it results
if
in their
their
stock.
sale is dropping but their stock is not dropping, I don't think it's affecting them in any way.
All of
And
them are
sales,
dropping.
when sales, yeah, go ahead.
So sales have dropped. Now the
So
stock
that's
is
what I'm
also
saying. If sales is dropping, but the stock price is not dropping, it's not really affecting them that much. When sales drop, you can easily fix that. But when stocks start dropping, it means the problem is deeper than you even think.
yeah,
So
sales
that's
have
why
dropped, and then people have sold their shares, so the stock has dropped. The sales drop has
people
resulted.
don't sell shares when stocks drop.
Yeah, people sell shares when stocks drop, and so they're selling at a cheaper, so the stocks have dropped. You
Okay.
see.
However, at the end of the day, it's a sales
Mhm.
problem can always be fixed. That is why they have professionals. They hire people who are good with marketing. There's a reason why they are probably number one. I don't know. Um, there's one thing about iPhone. I was teaching a class the other day, and
You're teaching a
um,
class.
yeah, I was teaching a class. Why?
Okay,
I cannot teach. I
that
was
that's
teaching a class
great.
and I had about between 7 to 10 students. And what I noticed was I wanted to show that I was teaching them uh, I was just giving them basic knowledge on video or videos and pictures, phone
Mhm.
photography and videography. Because these were business people, and I was trying to teach them on. I was trying to help them with content creation. So one of the things I was trying to show them was how to record videos with their phones in less than 2 minutes, but which videos which can be used for content, great content. And you know, Android phones have a system where you can pause and continue the recording.
Yeah.
iPhones don't have that. And for that reason, for the past 1 or 2 years, whenever I meet a content creator, whenever I meet a business person, I advise them to buy an Android phone. So maybe most of them are taking my advice, and that is the reason why the sales on Apple is going down. So if Apple is smart enough, they
They
should
need
go
to
look for a
convert.
way to include that in your whatever. Uh
And, that, and I think the other reason is because of the cost, you know. People have come like there are new units that are being manufactured cheaper. And then
yeah.
the problem with it, Apple is I think the cost of the other accessories, you know. When Steve Jobs left and then you know Steve Jobs was a creator or a developer. Now we have a businessman in there. The
Mhm.
product will not be any better. It's always just coming up with new versions of this. Then once they release the new versions, the functionality of the previous one reduces, the storage has problems, the refresh rate, the camera doesn't become clear anymore. So I think these people are business oriented or business driven more than customer oriented. Like they don't want to satisfy
If
us.
you're
They want to,
business driven, you will want to do things to make sure you stay in business.
yeah, which is not good in terms of
Mm-hmm.
quality needed by the consumers. As much
Mm-hmm.
as their products are very expensive, you see, and I know they work well because many people prefer them for video and pictures. And also the fact that you having an iPhone is a status symbol, especially with the one with three cameras, is a
Mm-hmm.
status symbol. When someone sees you with that, they automatically assume you are rich. And then everyone wants to be associated with that, you know? I have the new iPhone 13, 13, 14,
Even people
15.
with a new Android brag also.
You know, the problem with Android is they have like, I might be having a Galaxy S 23 Ultra. Most of the
Mm-hmm.
Androids look the same, so it's difficult for you to distinguish between them. But once you just have an iPhone, you just make a phone call,
Mm-hmm.
you afforded a different type of respect. It's a
Mm-hmm.
status symbol, yeah.
Okay, 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 okay. Is there another thing we need to talk about?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I think for my own, I don't even know if I had anything. I wanted to also talk about um the new African presidents and their polygamous nature. Uh, I don't know if we're going back to those polygamous days, which I know so many men can't wait for it to happen. I'm sure Victor is one of them. I pray you're not one of them. Um, Another thing I wanted us to talk about also is the football situation in my country. We have a coach who is not a coach. The ministry actually engaged one person in the name of Mark Bryce, but then we have the federation which is supposed to approve that person uh, or seal their contract has not done that. So for some reason, there's a fight between the federation and the ministry, and we are left with I think 1 month for our next qualifier game against Cape Verde, which is a wonderful sight. Man, it's crazy how in 2024 Africa we are still fighting over things that are not important. There's a constitution that stipulates how the national team coach is supposed to be recruited or hired. It says that the federation is supposed to make suggestions to the ministry, and then the ministry is supposed to negotiate and engage whoever pleases them amongst the suggestions. But for some reason, the federation actually sent three names, and the ministry did not want to work with these people and did not even bother to get back to the federation. They just went ahead and engaged someone else, someone was not part of the list, and so right now it's chaos. Another thing I wanted us to talk about is um, they just ended a session in Cameroon, the Camif. Camif, I don't know if you follow Toridey. Camif is one of the biggest festivals we have um, right now in Africa. One of the biggest, one of actually the biggest. I like what my guys over there are doing. Give a shout out to Gibet, my brother, my friend. I don't know. Do you guys have actors and actresses in Kenya?
Yeah, we have actor. I was an actor. I'm an actor. So
So you're a field actor or what?
not a failed actor. I'm still an actor.
I remember one time someone called me a failed footballer.
Wait.
It was so funny. I laughed and laughed and laughed. So, um, if you look at this video, that is the video of Cameroon. This was Camif. Uh, After the event itself, but we had some of the international guests go visit our minister. They were invited to Yaoundé. This is El Alex. I think you should know him. That's Eyina. They are Nigerians, like real
Ah,
celebrities from Nigeria, superstars.
mhm.
They were invited by the minister, our prime minister. um, probably to come and talk about Kamif, to come and talk about. Um, oh, we have a lift in Cameroon. That's good.
Man, didn't know there's a lift in Cameroon.
I did not know. That's
Oh, God.
beautiful. So they okay. That's the prime minister. So they wanted to visit him, talk about the project, and see what the government can actually do to take the project a little bit further. We need projects like this. And I think the thing I really liked about the whole Kamif project is because it's for me it's a Pan African movement. Even though we have these xenophobic um, people in my country who feel like, oh, we should focus more on our own, on just our people. We still have people like me, like you, like Agbogibe, like many others, like the actor Alex, who was on Toridey the other day,
Yeah.
who strongly believe Africa is one. The one thing we should be doing is see how we can eliminate those colonial boundaries. Our colonial masters did that for their good. So now that they are not here, we should start thinking about how to eliminate those boundaries. So yeah, um, if I'm not going to Kamif next year, I think you should be going to Kamif on behalf of Turidi. I don't know. Have you followed anything, Kamif?
I've not followed anything, Kamif, because we apparently our government decided we are not going to follow. We've had blackout for the past 2 days. Yeah. So our presence online has been limited. We've not had access to electricity. So that's why I've not followed Kamif.
You have blackout for the past 2 days. Kamif has been going on for 1 week. That is no
Before,
excuse, my brother.
before those
You
actions
cannot be
came to
making
the
you
show,
cannot be
I
making
didn't
excuse like those leaders.
before those actions came to the show, I did not know about Kamif. So
Hmm. Yeah,
yeah,
it means Toride is not doing a good work for you to. You cannot be working with Toride and you don't know about Kamif. It means Nasako has not been doing a good
it's been
job with
doing good job.
talking
Like
and promoting.
I know about Kamif, but I've not been following the events. You see, because we've not
Yeah,
had
and I
electricity.
think I think that is one thing we need to start doing intentionally. Because we talk about Africa, we talk about one Africa, we talk about Pan Africanism, yet we are not making any effort. If you ask me to name 10 artists from Kenya, I'm going to talk about Calligraph, I'm going to talk about Victoria Kimani, I'm going to talk about who else? I think that's it. I I think that's it. You asked me about things in Kenya. I saw the other day our sister Ube Brown was in Kenya and she was just posting videos and pictures and talking about how beautiful Kenya is. And then while everyone was like, "Oh, that's good," in my head I was like, "Did you have to go to Kenya to know Kenya was beautiful?" You understand what I mean? Like we as Africans, we cannot, we cannot. I'm gonna say this, and maybe most people will not like it. When you meet most Americans, right, they are
Mhm.
clueless about Africa. Even in 2024, some of them will ask you if do you guys live in on trees? Do you have a lion? Do you have an elephant? Bro,
You have
that's them. And when they do that, we don't like it. But then you turn around, you see another African, Nasako, Victor, or some other persons. They don't know anything about Nigeria. The only thing they know about Nigeria is Davido and Whiskey and Burna Boy. They don't know anything else. But then they want to talk about Africa or they want to castigate another person from another continent who feels Africa is a village or Africa is one country. So I think we should do more on that. What other thing did I want us to talk about?
I think on that line, before we move on to the next story,
Mhm,
we've seen a lot of someone. So we have Larry Madowo. He's a CNN journalist.
mhm.
So he's received a lot of backlash from the politicians in the country because he's portraying Africa or Kenya in a negative way. He wants like he said he's not going to be the ambassador. He's only going to report it as it is. When there was
What's his
blackout,
name?
Larry Madowo.
I think I've seen. Can you spell the McDowell? Let me see.
Larry Madowo.
Can you spell the last name?
Madowo.
Mado. Okay, he's a journalist and he has 1.5 million followers. Yeah, what did you say they were saying about him? Oh, he
Yeah, so
works for CNN.
Larry Madowo has been showing Africa how it is. He's
He works
showing
for
the
CNN.
yeah. He works for CNN.
Do you think he's really showing Africa how it is, or he's just choosing what will make news for CNN?
I think is as much as news for CNN. You know, we want at least the leaders to be. There were leaders that are living in fantasy because you know the other day when we had floodings, you find a leader saying that people are dying everywhere. Like what's wrong with you? How do you even come up with such a sentence or a statement that people are
Mhm,
dying everywhere? So he's even showing pictures of flooding in other countries and saying it's not only in Kenya. You're a
mhm.
leader. You should be accountable. They've not even declared the flooding as a national disaster. You look at a picture like that. I think was in Nigeria. The camera person is seated in a raft. And then Solari and the woman who stays there are outside the boat and deep into water.
Can I ask you a question?
Mhm.
Is this really necessary?
Is it really what?
Is this necessary, like for you to go stay in the water with the woman and then interview them in there?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. It sells.
Nah, nah, and that is why I keep telling you when they do some of these things, they're just doing it for content. They're just doing this because that is why CNN hired you. You understand? I don't know about him, and I don't have a problem with him showing these things. You understand? But then don't forget to show these things and then show other beautiful things about Africa. My problem is when you only show things like this and you only insist on things like this. We cannot sell a continent like that. So I'm going through his social media right now, right? And
Mhm.
if you look at his social media, it's just the problems, the problems, the problems, the problems, the problems. It cannot always be like that. That is a wrong way of selling a nation to the world. You show these things,
where the worst flash flooding we've seen.
you can it is okay to show these things, right? But
Mhm.
then don't forget to go out there also and show the positive, show the beautiful things that people are doing, show what Victor is doing to help their country, to help their yeah, that's just my point. I'm going through his social media right now, and I feel like he's one of those people who which is, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad, but then when it's negative, 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 then you start to leave the people or you start to leave the world with that negative connotation about Africa. Trust me, 85 to 90% of what people in the diaspora, especially America, know about Africa, they learned it from their major outlets, their major TV outlet.
Mhm.
And where is Larry working? Larry is working for CNN. You understand? So
Yeah.
it puts us in that place where someone cannot even be thinking about something positive and they come to Africa. Like someone cannot come to Africa because they're looking for the next Obama or the next Elon Musk, or they know because they feel like we don't even have the capability. Oh, they don't have schools. They don't have a good educational system. They don't have all of these things because we have decided to show them only the negative. But if we show them the negative and we emphasize on the positive, guess what? They will know, okay, you know what? I can trust. Can you imagine? I came here in 2014, 15, and someone was actually, when I told them I wanted to use their desktop because I wanted to check my Facebook, they were asking me, "Oh, you know how to use a computer? Where did you go? Did you learn it in school? Where did you?" Like in 2014, 2015, and this was a Cameroonian. They were asking me, oh, when I said I was on Facebook, they were like, "Oh, you are on Facebook? What are you doing on Facebook?" And blah blah blah. I was like, "Calm down. What are you talking about? We cannot continue to sell Africa. Like, imagine the oh God.
You
Man,
know,
it's
it's
frustrating."
in his
And
defense,
that
he's
is
trying to
why,
say that. Mhm.
let me say this. That is why I like Eric Omundi, right? You see him talking about the negative, the next minute, you see him sharing the glorious moments of a
Mm.
student who is extremely smart and they're getting them scholarship. They are building this new school and you see the kids in a very good environment, something good happens, he goes there and he puts it out. That is why I like him. I follow him because that is who a leader should be. We should not only be, when you see leaders who are only castigating, at one point in time, I start feeling like, okay, man, it's just, you probably just hate something about those people and you don't want to come out playing.
I understand your point, and it's perfect. So, someone like Larry Madowi says that he's not the ambassador. His work is to report as it is, and not just show Africa in the positive light. So, I think uh, in
You
a
say,
moment,
did you say show it as it is?
yeah, showing as it is, but it's
Then you
not showing
do only the
positive,
negative, right?
only the negative. I get that.
I'm still on the social media and all I see is the negative.
Mhm.
All I see is the negative. Like, all I see is the negative, negative, negative. I'll never follow someone like him. I'll never. I'll never. Comforting. Let me show you this image of. I'll never. He's not an African. He's working for some people okay, like this image. Comforting lies, unpleasant truths. For comforting lies, we have so many people. According to him, this is his ideology, right? I'll tell the unpleasant truths, and I don't care if you guys follow me or not. I'll not tell comforting lies, but yeah, tell your unpleasant truths, but at least create that balance. Don't only tell truths about the negative things, tell truths about the positive things also. If he was good enough, he should be talking about you. If he actually cared about Kenya, that's just what I'm saying. He should be talking about people like you who are using all the resources they have to build something that will benefit the community. Is he following you? So how are you helping the community? He's only waiting for when you're going to cheat on your wife or have a son outside or something, or you start kissing a man. That is when he will be like, oh, now there is news. This is what Victor has done. It's not fair. For me, it's not
So,
fair.
so, so. So it needs to be balanced in his reporting,
Mhm.
positive and negative.
Okay. I think I want us to try something.
Mhm.
The phone lines, because from now moving forward, one thing we'll do is after the news, we'll open up the phone lines for people to give their opinion. I want you to give me 5 phone numbers of people you think I can call, and you will actually talk to them and maybe just ask them about what is happening in their community, what is trending in their community, and how they feel about the situations. I'm also going to try to talk to call a few people. So just send 5 phone numbers, send them to me on WhatsApp. 5 phone numbers of people you think will answer my call. Hello? 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 Victor, can you hear him?
I cannot hear him.
Oh, let me see. I think my connection. What actually happened? The connection is so. Let me first of all try to call you and see if it will work. Okay, it's working with you. Let me go back to the other guy and see. Okay, I think it's working now.
Hello?
Yeah, Mr. Simo.
Yeah, Nas.
Yeah, you're live on Toridey. We are trying a segment. We are trying something. We want to have a segment where we call people from around the world and just ask them about their immediate community, what is happening, what is trending, and what they feel about the situation. Sorry, sir, I call you. I don't even ask your opinion.
No, it'll be okay.
Okay, so wait till it happen for. I know so you didn't at
Yeah.
Douala, right?
No, right now I did Limbe because I opened a spot for Limbe.
Okay, tell me
No,
about that
my
spot you
launch
open
for
and for
Limbe.
Limbe.
Uh, it's called HK Lounge. It's
Yeah.
located at Sokolo, opposite Maxon's Hotel. For those that know Limbe,
Okay.
and it's a lounge restaurant. Yeah,
Yeah.
which opens from 12 p.m. in the afternoon and runs till 3 to 4 a.m.
Wow.
You know.
Man, you be
Yeah.
community builder. Oh. If I count between 2015, 2016 and now, you don't actually establish, you don't actually open more than 15 spots. At Idele, you just go open them, establish them, and then move to the next.
Yes, actually, this one now, this HK Lounge, they like French man, they call it cerise sur le gâteau. That means the ice cream,
Yeah.
because directly they like have a partnership. The other places I mostly we work under people then,
Okay.
but this one now is like directly part of mine.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. However, you did Limbe and Victoria United be champions for Cameroon. What be the feeling for Limbe?
Uh, this week thing I don't go down a little bit, but from the last week we vibration every day, people that we really jubilate.
Mm-hmm.
Limben are a town where they actually support football very, very much.
Yeah.
A community where they be into football, they take football very serious. And one of the town they way, I don't be around like Boya,
Yeah.
Douala, Kumba, Limbe, but I feel say from my own experience, Limbe really get football at heart. Like
Yeah.
when a football match day, you see the gathering, you see people that, and then they behind their team like very, very serious and all of that. So if they a nice week and people that really jubilate the victory, the success of Victoria United.
Wow. So besides
Generally,
them,
they give credit to the president.
Bob Gigi, would
Yeah.
hope forget the president for Toridey someday. Besides that, Opobo a victory. Which other thing don't happen around Limbe where it make news, where it really trend?
Honestly, I just not be regular Limbe like every day, every time. But the big news that we don't be a part of a popo.
Mm-hmm.
But also get the installation like not too long ago of the new SDO where they just put it because the former one will be not be stay for too long.
Okay.
Where they remove it because not stay up to a year
Mm-hmm.
due to some political issues. And are not really getting details. But
Yeah.
the new one will become, people will be happy too about them because it will be like some crisis will be.
Yeah.
So the person don't can try for resolve and population will be, more happier.
Wow.
And then and then that's it for political side. Then football, and then Limbe to a town of a lot of entertainment. Plenty sport they don't really develop. Yeah, and then people they really get fun. Limbe not get anything they call against a ghost town on Mondays.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah. So
Man,
that's it.
thank you very, very much for your contribution. Any day, anytime, if you get anything with the trend around your community, if you know if you send a for WhatsApp, if you want to actually talk about and use yourself, just let me know. So when we get this segment, we'll invite you.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Thank you very
Noted.
much, Papa. Victor,
Yes,
were you getting him clearly?
I was getting him clearly.
So that should be a good one. I said send me five contacts. You send just one. I'm calling your brother. What's his name?
Hanif.
So you're going to ask him the questions. Hanif is busy. Okay, I think Hanif is busy. Is Salvo busy? I need like these 4 more contacts from you. Let me see if any other contact I can. Okay, let me see about this. Okay, this one is not even going through. I think I need to call somebody from Kumba. But you know what? Let me see. I think this would be a good person. He's going to be very surprised.
The big boy.
Uh, Hello, Daddy. Good afternoon. Good morning. I don't know, sorry, day. I know you'll be very huge traveler. However,
No, at the house.
disclaimer: we are actually live on Facebook right now, and we'd actually try
Okay.
some. Yeah, we'd try some new or some new thing for our segment where we fit call people directly and then talk to them, and then they fit make contributions about the topic the way they go on.
Okay.
Yeah, and you'll be one of that person the way community don't wait so much for hear from you. I just say my call at them because see test them. Like when I used to do them back in the days for
Okay.
radio, where people if you call make contribution. So we don't put in place a system where if we do the same thing. For those who they listen, now Papa Jomo Kevin, one of the biggest journalists that will get them for Africa, maybe Cameroon. One of that journalist the way the two we all do one today. When I hear me, they talk pidgin and they do it what I do and today. Now it inspire we growing up. We'll be listening to it for national radio, present program talk, and then we'll start get interest for journalism we won't even know. And one of the things that we don't happen when he actually reach out to me, call me, tell me, say, I don't see what you do and you're doing so well. Just keep on. That was the biggest, one of the biggest motivation for me. Daddy, welcome on the show.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure.
Wow. One of the very first questions the way we will ask you, when are you coming on Toridey?
In fact, any day at all, I'll be ready as I did now. So
Okay.
any day you call me on Toridey, I've been looking forward to it.
Okay, man. We'll definitely do that. Like I don't talk. Me and Nobu want to do a segment with you remotely. You be icon. You be one of that people the segment where we go do or with you. For me, it's not just about asking questions. It's about documenting information. It's about documenting things the way if you use them. Even when you know go be here 100 years from now, and if you wait for that day, and if you come Cameroon, the next time we come America, and also will make it happen.
So no, I'll be very very ready, and I keep on saying you will do some wonderful job. Where honestly, I feel so happy, honestly,
Okay.
because you are really really reaching out to the people, and people they derive a lot of satisfaction from what you do.
Wow. Okay, thank you very much. So, Maj, ask you one last question. What did happen for community this week? Where it trend, where you feel like wow, now good news this way. I feel like my people around the world need to know.
In fact, one of the biggest things that all happened these few days, now this big news where they construct a road for Kumba,
Wow.
for where it coming from Toko Street.
Yeah.
It go round Fiango, Hausa Quarter, so they go come off a railway station.
Whoa.
Now, one of the wonderful things the way that can happen for community where I be very, very pleased. Because one of the problems we face for Boya, for Tico, and even for Limbe, na congestion, the traffic congestion.
That's true.
For Boya, even be so bad because we not get bypasses where when traffic jam there, people that feel use them. And Kumba knowing what to be with a big population, especially with the thousands and thousands of bikes where they town, with this road coming on from Toko Street going for railway station, it will be a big thing not only for Kumba, but a big thing for Cameroon.
Wow. Baba, thank you very, very much. Ma, leave you. I know I take you unaware, but we'll talk again for background and for continue plan other things in.
All right, I'll be very grateful.
Man, this was beautiful. For those who did watch, and Jomo Kevin will come over talk now. So Papa and Jomo Kevin, now one of the biggest journalism for Cameroon and for Africa. now one of that pioneer journalism we now then set the pace for which we most of it continue do because of Toridey. Thank God I get access to that kind of that kind of people then. Victor, you don't send me any numbers.
I've sent you one, another one.
No make so go send me a side chicken number. You sure say they don't charge their phones? For some reason, the calls they need even go through. Like it's not ringing.
Ringing. Maybe they're offline, you know.
Is that how bad you guys manage your data? Um, okay, that one was not going also was not going through also. I might see I need for call some person we if he actually answer a call must see. Yeah, but now one other thing this we would do from time to time, just get together and call. Because now one other way we feel really gather news. Now one other way we feel really gather news. Must see if this person will answer. Victor, if this other person you send out doesn't call, we'll just kick Kenya out of the whole thing.
Hello?
Hello, Baba. Saluto. Na ya small media house to read it.
Tori for the house.
Sorry, I take you unaware, but we are actually online. We are live and try some new thing. We are actually online and we are live. We just try some new thing we would want to do for Toridey. Where if we call people like you, no matter how they did, if we answer and through a phone call, they will give you their small contribution or they will give you small news on which way they happen around them. I beg you, I apologize and not ask your opinion before I call you.
So you talk now, so you did a live.
He did live. All my way to watch the hear you.
Cameroon, not bad.
So
yes.
have you tell them who are they talk to?
No wahala.
So for those that they watch, I actually talking out to my boss, Witty Minstrel. Witty Minstrel now one of the artists that he don't put out the biggest song we'll get them for community for the last 50 years. That artist we proud of who we are. And guess what? You know, only do now we proud of who we are. After we proud of who we, even before we proud of who we are, he don't do many other great songs. And go listen to the other one. He get a project where they out now. EP. Now EP on the album, boss. I think I don't know sense.
My album.
Okay, he get an album where they out now. After the live, when I make sure so when I go listen. Baba, wait till they happen. Wait till they happen for your side. Wait till the trend.
What in the trend now? So I just come out for drop some. I just come out for drop video for one of the songs from the album.
Yeah.
The video dropped now like 1 hour ago.
Okay.
And it's on YouTube.
Wow.
But the album is out already. Wow. The album was a twin album. It has it was a twin album.
Yeah.
So there's the deluxe version. Yeah. The deluxe version is having 18 songs, and the main album itself is having 24 songs.
Okay.
So all of this is out.
Wow.
And what is popping now is the it is the video that just dropped 2 hours ago. So
okay, so as you talk now, so they actually see the video, but then they see the get I not play the audio. I actually show them the video. Would you see the man for this rich a guy? I don't forget that name. Marcos. Yeah, man. Now one other thing that I really like about your videos, your colors, your stories, it just represents where we're coming from. In as much as you don't be an person, you don't travel across the world, you don't travel around the world, you fulfill do and you differently. You fulfill don't start to do you now wasting them because according to you, you are but then you still find that way for represent with culture, for preserve with culture. Why you do Baba?
My guy, I'm a cultural ambassador. I am in Gwangyo.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gwangyo, ordained by the Paramount Fund of Thought.
Mm-hmm.
And my duty is to export my culture, to make my culture known all around the world. So that is what I do.
Wow.
And I will always do that. Yeah.
Wow.
So even tomorrow I start doing a rap like Lee when them so 50 Cent them. I will see you will see the softness in me. You will see the African me inside of that. Also now the agenda that actually.
Wow, Baba, thank you very much. So besides your album where you drop them and the video we don't drop them, which other thing that we don't happen for community will catch attention?
So many things don't happen now. So many things don't happen like the like Kosi get it a lot.
Yeah.
So we to just drop something hot.
Yeah.
When a lot is happening. A lot is happening. When you think I don't drop to visualize that is so wonderful too.
Yeah.
Marcus Makinene is doing very well in the comedy section, and then Goddess is taking awards, like the Kamif that just passed.
Yeah.
Kamif, we get a lot of things where people talk about. So, in fact, there is a lot going on, man, and it is so nice, and I'm happy the industry is pushing, is moving.
Well, Baba, thank you very much. I know it take much of your time. I know you'll be a very busy person. Thank you very, very much for everything you don't do for our community. You be one of that persons away, you know you lines, you know you francophone, anglophone, you know you northwest, southwest, you know you tall short, you know black light, you know humanity, and everything what you do, you just do your best for me. We enhance humanity.
All that you just talk the way it's supposed to be talked. You talk the way it's supposed to be talked. You talk well.
Biggest artist, you made us proud of who we are, and we'll continue to be proud of who we are. Stay blessed, Papa.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
You get clearly, Victor.
You want to try that one?
Yeah, I need to try this one. If it doesn't go through, we are putting Kenya on a suspension. I'm sure you already texted them and tell them, please answer that call. If you don't answer the call, you'll be putting Kenya on.
Is it ringing?
It's not ringing. I don't know why it's saying calling. I don't know. If I needed to save the phone numbers before they can go through, I don't know if that's the case. Let me just be patient a little bit. Okay. For some reason, I think it's probably because the phone numbers are not saved to my phone. But then I don't know why it's not ringing. Okay, Victor, I don't know why it's not ringing. Maybe you next time you connect your phone to your roadcaster also, so you can put the calls through. Let me see if I have any other phone number I can call. I think, let me see. Boss man.
What's up?
I did fine. By the way, disclaimer: you are live on Toridey. We'll actually test out a new system where we actually call people and then they make their contributions through phone call. You know how they do them back in the days for radio.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so right now you did live. Anything we talk for year, no say the whole way the year we. So I beg, no spill my secret. That was what we used to do for background. No talk I would do on air. So okay, now I'll go ahead and tell them I'm talking to Gustav B. Achu. Gustav B. Achu now one of that community builders. Any person way I see my brother Victor the shaky head. It is shaky head because he know you. And also now one of that persons the way they follow you. Gustav B. Achu now a community builder and a community leader. Now one of that persons they don't decide say before they exit this earth they not only do well for themselves, they not only do well for their family, they not only do well for their immediate community, but they go make sure say they contribute to the world at large. And he's doing that in a very, very big way. Boss, I talk correctly.
Absolutely. I mean, thank you for that brilliant and amplifying introduction for sure.
Man,
Always a pleasure.
I noticed you just sent me some videos of your guys I think we'll just talk about that one too small. Tell me about the soccer videos. Can you show people them the videos? Tell me about the soccer videos the way you just share out with me.
Oh, okay. That is in relation to the TBT coming up. So the Texas Veteran Soccer Jamboree.
Yeah.
With a great celebration of not only soccer but culture, and a great opportunity too for us as a community for showcase who will be within the Texas area.
Yeah.
So we are going to be having about 14 teams coming from all over Texas, including Louisiana, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And it will be a 3-day event from Friday the 23rd of May all the way till Sunday the 25th. I think my dates might be, let me just verify those dates. I think it's from Friday. It's Friday is the 24th all the way to Sunday the 26th.
Yeah.
So we're going to have soccer games during the day on Saturday the 25th on Sunday. And then on Saturday the 25th in the evening, we are going to have an all-white party. And that is certainly historically always going to be the biggest party. We are looking at bringing a very special guest to that event. It's going to be a great surprise. We are going to be announcing it next week. And we are also working on bringing the entire community, not only around the Austin area, but of course, all over San Antonio. And we're estimating about 1,500 to 2,000 people coming through the entire weekend. But for the event itself, we are looking at about 400 to 500 people. So if you're around Texas, where you want to be that weekend, it's at the TBT competition. It's at the TBT festival. We are certainly going to have a chance to be on Toridey to talk about it extensively again. But that was just to give you a little bit of a heads up.
Okay, right now, one last thing. We are looking at a video of you, of a group of people where they did like a football team, they kneel down, we see even woman, they tell me about that group because whenever you mention the name, you don't only talk about TVT.
Awesome. That what I sent to you is actually pictures and videos of our team out here in Austin, which is called the Austin. That's the Austin veteran team, right? And our veteran team, of course, is made up of both men and women who are interested to be part of the veteran. So they have their own different competitions they perform in. And as you rightly know, we women are a backbone of all veteran teams because they are spouses, they are partners, and they help to make sure that we also are able to outreach into the community in a more efficient way. So we have about 80 members right now within our veteran team. And to increase competitiveness, we distributed that into two groups, blue and red team. So that every Saturday when we have training, there is always some kind of competition going on. And individual members also take advantage and put together competitive packages for us. Every Saturday, there is always somebody either celebrating a birthday and offering a trophy for that purpose or some different reason. But it's very competitive, it's fun, but most importantly, it unifies the community.
Sorry, I never told you last question. One other thing I see right now, I see some really young guys. I know say veteran at 35 and upwards. But if I look the video where you send over me, I see some really young guys in there. I also need hope for bring that guy that made the camera broke my back.
No, not at all. Not at all. Those young guys who you see, the young guys you see in the videos, a lot of them some of them are sons. We just bring them in so they can start getting exercises with us. They are not official members of the veterans. No, they're out of the age you're talking about. We just bring them in to excite them, to get them. Some of them are already in college, and we want to keep them in that competitive spirit and give them a chance to compete with older people so they build their skills.
I think it's even a very good thing, because that's how you build for the next generation of veterans. It should be a culture. Get for being until we after we know they, then the veterans in don't end. No, we get for pass and that bill and for the way we pass and down for the next generation. Now, I know so you Austin. Besides veterans, besides football, which other major thing that happen for Austin where you feel like the community need to know about them?
Now, a lot of major things. I mean, from the professional perspective, first, Austin is one of the fastest growing cities over the last 4 years in America. And the reason why is because some of the top technology companies were moving their headquarters to Austin. Right? In recent time, Tesla moved a big part of their operations. Oracle moved its headquarters here for Apple is building a $1.5 billion dollar facility down the street from where I live. Facebook is expanding. All of these technology companies. That is one. The second thing too is Austin is very diverse relative to the Texas cities, because Austin is really called the cultural port of Texas, because Austin has a representation of all the cultures of America. Wow. And Austin is also one of those cities which has a very, very interesting entrepreneurial and startup culture.
Wow.
A lot of people are interested in startup companies and starting their own business, especially around this technology space. You'll find a lot of resources here in Austin. And then more importantly, though, because Austin is growing, there is also great opportunity for everything in real estate, in food, in apartments, in loan management, in any kind of business, construction, anything you can think about. Wow. The opportunities are here. Actually, I know yesterday, was it about 4 days ago, you sent me an interesting video about a gentleman in Dallas that owns a shoe production company, and we're just talking again about one of the interviews we had many months ago.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, a few weeks ago, I met a guy in a grocery store. He's from Tanzania, and he just opened a shoe repair store in my neighborhood here in Austin.
Okay. Wow, wow, man, boss.
So
thank
just
you.
To tell you that those opportunities about.
Wow, that is beautiful, man. And for those who are watching, we were talking to Gustav Biachu. Now a picture that for screen. Go follow him. On a year the way I just call person randomly, but he get a lot of things that we talk about how our community can actually move forward. You just call someone randomly, don't talk about sport, but then see the opportunities. They don't just share them. Way Austin get for presents. Now, if you're thinking about moving to Texas, you feel start consider Austin, because all these beautiful things that go on for Austin. Boss, any final words?
Of course, when I see a call, I always pick it up, right? So a young man I really believe in, I have a lot of respect for, and I just enjoy your vision and your drive in doing what we're doing. Coincidentally, before just a minute before you called me, I was just listening to a gentleman called Miles Monroe. He died a few years ago. He's one of the greatest teachers I know, right? And in this sermon, he was just talking about the difference between your job and your work. And I realized the passion you bring to your work, the dedication, the effort, the focus, the sweat and grind you put into the Toridey company every day to help educate people through your platform. That tells me that there is no other way around it. It's only going to go up. I wish you all the best, man. And of course, I'll be talking to you soon.
Oh, boss, thank you very, very much, man. Any day, anytime to read this home, any day, anytime, give me a call. Now you don't know, say you don't really need for be there for you don't really need for be for studio, or we'll get this segment where it could be more like news, where we'll call people from different parts of the world for just made and tell we firsthand what they happen for their community.
Okay.
So if you get anything for contribute, always just let us know. So we always drag you in.
Awesome. Even though I always love the studio experience.
No, studio experience we'll need for the do that one. We already decide say at least once every 3 months, because that one will really be impactful.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Okay, boss. Victor, what do you think about what he was saying?
I think it's like he has a lot of, how is it called? He has the interest of the community at heart. Everything he talks of is like he puts community first. He's a community oriented person and he's a great guy. I've watched him on the show a couple of times to know.
Okay. Since all your numbers have decided they're not going to answer, let us see if we can try one or two other. And I want to call some person we no go even know see this. So I begin for calling. Mercy. Oh God, I don't even forget. I want to call so random. Man, no makes mistakes to go for mistake call side chico. They say what you wish for will come to you. I talk before you know it now. Let me see. Yeah, I think I will do this more because most people don't really like live interviews, but then they feel make their small contributions when it comes to this level. This guy don't they run me for some very long time. He go pick a shock today. Well, boss man. Well, you will answer me today, so now fine to know. But man, shock you first of all. This disclaimer: we are live on Facebook, so every person where they watch, they hear you talk. I try a new system where people they feel only calling and then make their contributions. We want try to build a system where we fit call people from around the world for tell you what they happen for their community, their immediate community. So you be one of the random persons who are picking for try the call on.
I call when?
No, we already there live right now, boss. So the people they hear you the talk.
What's happening? I'm at work. I didn't work chef.
I know.
What's going on?
No, for today you need to talk about anything. I want you to tell people and say my boss he go tell me. By the way, for those who they don't know, now Penjo Baba they talk right now. Penjo Baba now one of the persons they work. And I see everything what they do for Toridey. I learn from persons like he from a distance. What are videos? What are pictures? What are media? What are how now the next way they do and where they copy I'm so crazily. I wanna go start seeing how they do na documentary. The guy when it comes to documentary now, he don't take him to the next level. So Mark start give your flowers now before you come for Toridey. So boss, wait to be the I know you be there for Kamif. By the way, I know you be there for Kamif, and you do one of the best thing them for Kamif way because our community did the way they that one is the trend. Now other things are the trend. Your presentation for Kamif, which you be actually talk about, which you be actually teach for Kamif.
I teach them more on how to create a documentary as a beginner, the first.
Boss, your volume, put your phone small for corner your mob.
Now it's okay.
Yeah, I get you now.
I say for documentary. For our workshop, it was more about training, teaching them how to start and then what you need, like your stories, how to do your research to get your story and how to prepare. Preparations means with your like story and then the characters, the person you want to talk about, and your equipment, editing is all around. But it was more of starting when you want to start. What do you need? All of these things.
Wow.
So most of them, and then they have to say now, participants, more of them are students for University of Oboya.
Wow.
Doing all those things, so they learn a lot as well. So, I mean, I taught them what I could, but it was all of them were happy, very, very happy. So
right now, we actually see videos and pictures of Penjo Studios film workshop. I think this one you did it with the US Embassy. Tell me about them because they actually watched the pictures and also.
Oh, okay, that one was July last year.
Yeah.
We are going to be doing it again this year. So we it's still like film workshop training. So those actors, filmmakers, yes, and mostly it was more of younger ones also, but they were majority. I mean, there were people who were doing movies, producers as well, who participated. So we were teaching about film, how to be an actor, how to be a filmmaker, and all of those things. I was working with Damaris, who was teaching more of acting. I was teaching more of producing, technical part of filmmaking, equipment, cameras, all of those things. We thought it was more of general, but we did what we could.
Wow, boss, thank you very, very much. However, I should be the talk, will be showing the images, and we'll notice on a certificates.
Yeah, sure. We give certificates.
Wow.
Certificate was signed by me, somebody at the embassy, and then Damaris.
Wow, this is beautiful. Man, by the way, thank you for everything you do for community. Not say people like we would watch you closely, would follow your lead. Would hope for that day when you come for Toridey, we'll really get that serious conversation.
Happy to so.
And again, I apologize for just dragging you into this thing where I never asked your opinion.
I just say my answer. Anyway, I didn't work so, but I just say my dash out, come here and discuss. Okay. No problem.
Man, Baba, thank you for that privilege. You're making me feel special.
Of course, no problem.
Yeah, so for those who they watch, Napenjo Baba is one of the biggest media persons that will get on for Cameroon, photographer, videographer. Like I talked earlier, now one of that persons they inspire me. Now one of that persons I don't learn from them from a distance. You see how simple these guys in the one thing I don't notice now, say the more you go up, now the more the people they be simple. I don't think they answer the corner because Toridey they call or some big man they call. No, they answer the corner because this is how simple these guys are. They don't understand say life now relationship. Life now which if you do for the next person, life now you supporting this person and that person. Victor, what do you think? Victor, your phone you don't mute again.
Oh, I don't know why it's muting all the time, but
you muted the other day and then you give me work for like 8 hours.
No, that was the different one. That was a technical problem,
Okay,
so about Penzo Baba, like his name is like basically about asking question further, like asking question further.
Yeah.
Like asking question in my language. So Penzo is like a question, then Baba is further definitely.
So ask questions, Papa.
Papa, okay. You say Baba in Swahili. So this is like I always talked. I know he's highlighted some type of event there, and I've just realized he's a big person, I'm surprised you're inviting big people in the show, but then I was going to give you number of small people. Perhaps that's the reason why they're not.
You see what's funny? I called big people and they answered, and then the small people they are not
answering. I'm disappointed. I think it's high time when we go again. I'm going to only give numbers of big people. That is what I realized. I have a lot of humility. You look at the small people.
Don't do it. Don't make it that way. Just give any numbers you want to give. I think it's just good.
Any numbers, but so far from the study or research, the little time we've spent here, we've realized that the big people are always there to help the community. In fact, that's the reason why.
You remember what Alex Ekubot said, right? Say rich people, wealthy people do what? They collaborate.
Yeah. He said rich people collaborate, poor people bring each other down. Compete. And when the competition of poor people is about bringing each other down.
Yeah, negative competition.
The other person because he'll defeat you. So I want to outdo you. I won't even help you.
Yeah, and do you think we should try another call or we should leave it like that? Because we're at 1 hour 44 minutes.
I think we should leave it at that because it's one-sided. Your call, so.
So for your information, this one did not even ring twice, and he answered. A boss, I beg, sorry, disclaimer. we're actually live right now, and we try a system where we actually take calls during our live segments. We actually call people from different places for the world, so long as they get WhatsApp. Made them make contributions for sure. Because we don't realize when we send a link, it limits some people. Then we never really get their honest opinion. We get people there, they no one come live, they no one do video. So one creates some small part for Toridey way. We just call people them and then they'll tell we wait to the trend for their community, or give their opinion on certain things the way it happen. So you did live right now, and any way you watch the year you are back, not talk about secret for us.
I guess secret.
Okay, so my introducing her properly. That is Prince Agbogibet, Prince of Enokun, the Kamif boss, one of the happening persons. Like Ujodi told me now, my brother, Victor, right now. All the VIP people they will call him. Now, man, this way just come over talk for Prime Minister for Cameroon a few days. Now, person this way just okay. Some person in volume the echo. Boss Gilbert, you the watch the video from your phone.
No, I just click for see wait till it happen. I don't just turn it off.
Okay. So now boss Gilbert this way. Okay, Victor don't disappear. Okay, Victor don't come back. So now boss Agbogibe this way, ma put that images, and by the way, he just come out for visit Prime Minister for Cameroon. But then you call it, the phone even ring 2 times, he answer. But then with the call some other people, them it ring like 1 million times. It ring like 1 million times. We don't hear the answer. Boss, ma start with a very, very simple question. On a visit to the Prime Minister, what was the purpose? Boss, give it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hear. You just go off a little bit. Okay. Can you go back with the question, please?
Yeah, the question was on a visit to the Prime Minister, what was the purpose?
That person this way.
Oh, no,
okay.
Boss, you get me?
Yeah, I get you now very well.
Okay, I said on a visit to the Prime Minister, what was the purpose?
Well, the Prime Minister, head of government, Chief Joseph Diongute, is the patron of the Cameroon International Film Festival. And it is but normal that after the festival, we take an official report back to the patron to submit it. Last year, this report was presented with their last year the report was presented by me and the team. Before that, the report was presented alongside Damo Damaris and Chief of Valerie. You still have those pictures. So this year, we went with Eyina, Alex, and the team.
Yeah.
So we presented the report of CAMIF 2024 edition to His Excellency the Prime Minister, Head of Government, for him to bring him up to speed of what we have done, what we are planning to do, and the possibilities of achieving better goals for the Cameroon film industry in particular, and Africa as a whole. So we went to present our report, and with the report, we highlighted the challenges we face, and hoping that His Excellency Chief Joseph Diongute will take the right approach, soliciting his higher office to help us reach out to some people whom the state has good working relationship with, who can help us, subvent and finance the activities of CAMIF for future editions. So that's why we went to Yaoundé.
Wow. So for those who that just joined, now Mr. Agbo Gibet, they're on the phone. Boss, we already talk about Kamif. We already talk about, but I know so we still have to do one last segment about Kamif, me, you, and maybe your team. But besides Kamif, which be the other news for community where it the trend where you feel like what people need to know about them?
Well, a lot of things are happening in Cameroon today. Unfortunately, a good friend and a brother, Francis Ganu, lost the son. I think that's a very sad news.
Yeah.
We're still in Boya. Uh, life is gradually picking up, but we are still wrapping up with our expenses. The people we solicited for their services, we have to try to pay them what we are owing them. Those that we can reach an arrangement to pay instrumentally. So there's a lot that's going on here back home, and we're still trying to upload the content that was created during the festival. So if you check on Kamif page, if you check on Alex's page, if you check on Bonte's page, so there's a lot of content that is being diffused on social media. It's a gradual process, but we're trying to make sure that people get to, meet up, bring people up to speed with what was done during Kamif.
Boss, thank you very, very much. I know I take you unexpectedly, but from time to time, we'll always call you because we just feel like, say, one of the ways that we really gather information about what it happen for our various communities. Now, for call people that they did for different parts of the world, that way they tell we directly which way they happen and tell we the way we they fit tell. But we'll make sure so we'll corner the right people because the wrong people then go put us away. We boss,
You're doing an amazing job, and a lot of people, the sound-minded people, are really applauding your effort, your commitment. I think it's a gradual process.
Truly,
it's a gradual process, but let love lead. Let love lead. People are too opinionated. People have opinions about everything and everyone, but at the same time, you can't stop anybody from airing their views. I can't stop anybody from airing their views. So, but it's necessary.
Yeah.
It's as necessary as light is as necessary as darkness. Evil is as necessary as kindness. If there were no bad people, Jesus Christ would not have been sacrificed on behalf of mankind.
That's true.
So there are some people who are naturally born bad, and some people who are naturally accompanying bad people because of lack of information and lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
So they just do things. The only sad thing that's happening in our community today is that we've had a lot of people who have now weaponized the pain, the frustration of the Anglophone people to the disadvantage of the Anglophone people. Majority of the people who rant and talk have not really taken time to invest in lasting solutions that will help the industry.
Wow.
They've benefited from the industry. They've benefited from the little. They've benefited from the efforts of others, and the efforts of others have helped propel them to where they stand today.
Yeah.
And their ungratefulness have come to its realization, because only an ungrateful person will not know how to say thank you. But we don't have to pay attention to these individuals. We need to pay attention to what God has given us as a mission. We need to get to that position. I am still saying that if you think you can do it, and you have better ideas of how to go about it, please come and take the responsibility. Kamif was never designed for one person to run it.
Yeah.
Come and take the responsibility. It is open. It's a community thing. It belongs to everybody.
Wow.
Come and take it and run it. And then let somebody else take the responsibility of running Kamif. I too should rest and focus on other things. I've tried. 2016 to today, I've done my part.
I will convince my boss. Me, I'll not call him, but I'll convince my boss. Me can take him. Onyama. Oh, boss, thank you very, very much. The sound tiredness, at the ear tiredness for your voice. Go rest, master. You deserve it.
I feel tired. Thank you, Papa. God bless you.
Yep. I mean, I'm happy with my people from Cameroon. Like everyone, every big name you call, they just answer. And then my brother Victor is there wondering like, how is it happening? Yeah, I think this is okay. So yeah. So from time to time, we do this segment where we just call people and talk about their projects. The good thing is, so we actually show what they do for Facebook or for YouTube or for Victor. What do you have to say?
I have to say this has been a very constructive show, and I've enjoyed. I've learned a lot more than I expected. And one of the things I've realized is how communally people of Cameroon think communally, because all of them are like development. I don't know if you've coached them to be that way, because if it would have been our people, then I think they would have been looking for the negatives and commenting on them.
No, I think the good thing that is happening in my community now is we are tired of talking about the negative. You see why when you showed me the guy, what's his name?
Larry Mado.
Yeah, Larry. I was like, why is he only talking about the negative? Yeah, talk about the negative. You see, Gilbert talked about a few deceptions he has, but then he focused on we are doing this, we are doing that, we are doing that. At the end, he's celebrating me. That should be the way to go about it. Talk about a few negative, but talk more about the positive. Because when you think positive, you act positive. When you speak positive, you encourage people to be positive. But when you only negative. And the other thing is, I actually only have phone number, or I only call people who think like me. I'll not call somebody who will come here to insult you or insult me or insult some other persons or whatever. So I think this was a beautiful segment. Can I go ahead and end the show?
Yeah.
When next are we doing this? Can we make this an everyday thing? Okay, someone is calling me. I don't know if they're calling me for the show, but I'm not sure, so I'm not going to answer before some side chick come and say, "Hey, babes," and blah blah blah. Oh Lord, I'm bragging. I'm playing about that side chick talk. So before you go and tell my girlfriend that I was talking about my wife that I was talking about side chick and this and that.
Your girlfriend's name.
Yeah. But I think this would be a good segment to do to just no, let's discuss this in the back. But guys, thank you very much for today. I think I like the segment. I like the fact the calls went through and they were really good. They were clean and they were clear. We will continue to do this because we are just looking for avenues. We are just looking for ways. We are just looking for different things that we can do as a community in order to grow. And the small tool that we get on for today. That is not come out. That is small tool that we get on for today.